in Hong Kong. CIF provides investment advice to banks and non-financial companies. So Glenn, do you think the performance of China Life at its debut reflects the company's long-term prospects, or is this mostly short-term speculation?
Well, I think there's a number of things that are driving what's going on with China Life. I think that there's some value in buying something that has a dominant market position in a very high-growth country like China. But I think there's also a tremendous amount of speculation going on in the markets here. With very low deposit rates, I think a lot of people are driven into finding other ways to earn money.
Well, just looking at valuations, the stock was priced at 1.6 times book value, which is higher than foreign insurers such as AXA and MetLife. Do you think the company is worth that premium?
Well, in a developed world, I think that's probably pretty reasonable. But in a very high-growth economy like China, who knows what the valuation should be at this point in time? These guys have a 45% market share, and earnings could be driven much higher over the long term. So, paying a little bit more for the company at this point in time is something that a lot of investors may be willing to do.
Let me pick up on market share. What are your expectations in as far as market share is concerned, given that China Life has been losing market share to rivals such as Ping An Insurance?
Well, that's good for China. Since you're going to get more competition, you're going to get more reasonable pricing. So I think that over time you're going to see China Life lose market share to other companies, and that's probably a good thing. I think that there are other risks with China Life as well as the other insurers, more so than just losing market share.
Well, what sort of other risks are these? Perhaps low interest rates?
Well, low interest rates is one thing. The Chinese capital markets is very undeveloped, and it's very difficult for insurance companies to make investments there. If you look at the balance sheet in China Life, a lot of their assets are invested in time deposits and other short-term investments. This is not something that will work in China for the very long term.
China Life lists in both New York and Hong Kong. As we're seeing China removing business restrictions under the World Trade Organization rules. How much of an impact do you think overseas insurers such as AIG are likely to have on China Life?
Well, I think they're going to drive China Life to being more efficient and effective. I think all competition in China is going to be very, very healthy. The other insurers have a great track record. They have tremendous abilities, and they're going to bring up the level of professionalism in the industry. It's going to help everybody in the business.
And do you expect many other Chinese insurers to start coming into the market?
I hope so, and I think it's a tremendous market to enter. As I read in the prospectus, only 1.5% of all Chinese individuals have life insurance. Obviously, a lot of people can't afford it, but over time, as the middle class develops, you're going to see a bigger need to recycle savings into various different investment products, insurance being one of them.
Could you give us potential companies that might go the way of China Life?
I really wouldn't want to speculate on that, but I think any company that has some footprint in the ground would love to have access to capital markets.
Glenn, good to talk to you. Thanks for that. Glenn Henriksen of CIF Consultants in Hong Kong. Up next.